very pleasant morning to my dear student. Today we will do the next module of the chapter Lifeline of National Economy, and today we will discuss about waterways. My dear student, waterways. This is the cheapest means of transport. Even waterways are the most suitable for carrying the heavy and bulky goods. My dear student, it is a fuel efficient, environment friendly mode of transport. India has inland navigation waterways of 14,500 km inland, and out of these only 5,685 km are navigable by the machined boat. Now in India there are 5 waterways. NW1 means National Waterways 1, that is over Ganga River between Allahabad and Haldi. Second National Waterways is over Brahmaputra River between Sadia and Dhubri. Now the third National Waterway, the West Coast Canal in Kerala. Now the next, fourth National Waterway, that is specifies stretch of Godavari and Krishna River along with the Kakinada Puducherry stretch the canals. Now the last and the main waterways, that is specifies stretches of Brahma, and that is Brahmani along with the Matai River, delta channel of Mahanadi, Brahmi River and East Coast Canal, that is National Waterways 5. My dear student, there are some inland waterways in our country also, and that is very good for the transportation within the one place or the one native, and that is Mandavi, Johari and Kumbh, Sundarban, Barak, etc. My dear student, apart from these, India's trade with a foreign country is carried from this port located along the coast, and that is 95% of the country's total trade volume. Now the next, major seaport of our country. Now let's start. Kandla in Kutch, that was the first port developed soon after the independence to ease the volume of trade on Mumbai port, and that is in wake of loss of Karachi port to Pakistan after the partition. Next is Mumbai. Mumbai is the biggest port with a spacious, natural and well-sheltered harbour. My dear student, the Jawaharlal Nehru port was planned with a new decongest the Mumbai port and serve as hub port for this reason. Next is Marmagaon port, that is in Goa. It is a primary iron ore exporting port of our country, and this port accounts for about 50% of India's iron ore export. New Mangalore, that is, this port is located in Karnataka, cater to the export of iron ore concentrate with Kudermukh mine. Kochi is the extreme southwestern port, and that is located in the entrance of lagoon with a natural harbour. Moving along the east coast, you would see the extreme southeastern port of Tuticorin, that is in Tamil Nadu. Tuticorin port has a natural harbour and rich hinterland, and this has been flourishing trade handling of a large variety of cargoes to even our neighboring countries just like Sri Lanka and Maldives. Now next, Chennai. Chennai is one of the oldest artificial port of our country, and it is ranked next to the Mumbai in the terms of volume of trade and cargo. Visakhapatnam is also the deepest landlocked and a well-protected port, and this port was originally conceived as the outlet for iron ore export. Next is Paradweep, that is located in Orissa, and that is specializes in the export of iron ore. Kolkata is an inland riverine port, and this port serves as a large and a rich hinterland of Ganga, Brahmaputra basin. And the last is Haldia port. and Haldia port was developed as a subsidiary port in order to relieve growing the pressure on Kolkata port. I think you have understood about waterways and major seaport of our country. Thank you and have a nice